How can I remove a collection fast from my credit report? You're probably thinking, is it possible? Can I do it? What are the steps? Let's talk about it. So there are multiple ways to remove a collection from your credit report. And I'm going to talk about 3 different ways for you to do that, from the slowest all the way up to the fastest, depending on which one works best for you so you can take action. So let's get into it. So using the FCRA, call it the slow way, right? It's going to take time because it's not 100% guaranteed when it comes to fixing your credit. So this is the reason why it's going to take time to actually fix your credit, right? Because when it comes to the Consumer Reporting Agency, yes, they're supposed to do certain things. Yes, they're supposed to abide by the law, but do they really do it? As we already know. So this is the reason why it's going to take time. And the process with this is leveraging the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? And I know some of you guys are new to the channel. So leveraging the Fair Credit Reporting Act to get the collection off of your report, right? Now you might get it removed in the first round or second round, but it might not come off all 3 consumer reporting agencies, right? So you got to continue going back and forth, right? And one of the things you can leverage is right here is the inaccuracies, right? Leveraging the inaccuracies of the reporting to get the account removed from the report, right? Now, even though you use that, hey, this account's reporting inaccurately on your credit report, reporting to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, you still owe the money, right? You still owe the collection. So what you want to do is after you get the collection, and one of the ways you can do that is once you pinpoint the inaccuracies, you can leverage what I call the secret letter to dispute. And I talk about different ways to remove accounts from your report, whether it's a collection, a charge off, or any other thing, right? It's leveraging this first letter or other letters that you can use to, get the account removed from your report. But once you get it off your report, like I said before, you still owe the money. So you can negotiate once it's off your report of the terms of what you want to pay. So let's just say you owe a $500 collection and you can only afford just say $100 to pay them, right? So once you get it off your report, then you can negotiate a payment that is affordable to you. Now you don't owe the debt, so now it can't be reported back to your report, right? So you paid everything off, you don't got to worry about this debt. So that is the slow way. It's going to take time. If you use this process, right, you want to send off your first round, use a secret letter, add 2 forms of identification, send it to the credit bureaus. Then you have to wait for them to respond back. And once they respond back, did they update the inaccuracies, right? Did they change anything? Did they modify anything? Did they do anything? And you can use different things such as AI, which is ChatGPT, Grok, and other different things you can use, different tools to help you with this process, right? But that's what you're going to be looking for. So it's a month-to-month thing, and you're just going to be comparing reports and checking, right? It's going to take time to remove this off your report. All right, now the next way you can remove a collection from your report is by leveraging the FDCPA, right? Is leveraging the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, all right? 15 USC 1692, you can Google it, right? So you can leverage this, but I would say you should want to work with an attorney when you're using this, right? Because you're going to need different ways to sue and go about suing the collection agencies when they violate these specific laws, right? So there are laws that the collection agency has to follow, and you can leverage that to help you get the collection removed from your report. And this process, if done correctly, it doesn't take that long, but it takes a little bit of time to help you remove a collection from your report by using the FDCPA, and then either filing a lawsuit against them or working with their attorney to help you as well. And that process doesn't take that long to actually do because, hey, you got the violations, you got the things that they violated, then you talk to an attorney, show them everything they violated, they draft up a suit against the collection agency. Now the debt is permanently gone from your report. Most of the time the debt's permanently gone from your report, and you don't have to pay the debt back. It's like all because you have all these different violations, right? So that's one of the things you can talk to an attorney about this, right? Now, one of the things you can leverage is 15 USC 1692C, all right? Communications in connection with debt, right? So there are things that's broken down in this law to help you, document anything. So there are certain times they have to call you. There are certain things like if you say in writing, hey, I refuse to pay this debt, or you send this to a collection agency, I refuse to pay this debt, I have a lot going on, things like that. You send that to a collection agency and they respond back to you, that's a violation. Even though you owe the money, it's basically telling them to cease communication, right? So after you send that specific letter, they respond back to you and they continue calling you, harassing you, or you send them or you send, like, they email you and you say, hey, I refuse to pay this debt, I got a lot going on, or they text you, say, I refuse to pay this debt, I got a lot going on, guess what? That's a violation of the FDCPA. But I know for a fact that, hey, if they, like, just say, for an example, a collection agency texts you and you text them back saying, I refuse to pay this debt, things going on, can't pay it right now, whatever the case may be, leave me alone. And they text you, not like the automation text message where they just say, but if they text you again, that's a violation of the FDCPA, right? And if you, same thing with the email and things like that, that's a violation of the law. And you can use that in your favor to get the collection removed from your report. So just read over 15 USC 1692C communications and just document everything here. So ceasing communication, just document anything that happens. If you call them or if they call you, you tell them I refuse to pay this debt, or this is not a good time to talk, and they continue calling you over and over. Just document everything that's happening, and then you can use that in your favor to knock the collection agency out. Hold on, before we talk about the fastest way to remove a collection from your report, I want to talk about another way you can use to actually remove collections or loans that you owe. Just hear me out. So if you owe, let's just say if you're in the process of buying a house, right? Now you want to consult with your loan officer when you do this, but you can finance your debt into your home loan, all right? It's called debt consolidation into purchase loan, right? So you can leverage that to pay off your existing debt, but there are certain home loans or certain things you can do to actually pay off, let's just say, for example, like collections or a car loan or different debts that you owe. So now you just have one payment versus having all these payments, right? Or credit card debt, you can finance it when you're purchasing a house. So just talk to a loan officer as well to help you. So now instead of having all these debt that you have to pay, you just have one debt and you take care of that, because a home loan interest rate is way better than a car payment interest rate or credit cards and all these different interest rates that are out there that you're paying on. So check that out, and that can help you. Now, the fastest way to remove a collection from your credit report is paying the collection. Before you pay the collection in full, one of the things you can do is negotiate, right? Using negotiation tactics to pay off the collection. So don't just throw out the highest number, right? Or pay off the full amount. You can negotiate, because these collection agencies paid for these collections for pennies on the dollar. So you can negotiate to get the collection removed from your report, right? So let's just say you owe 500, just throw out the lowest number first and then work your way up. But once you come to an agreement to get the collection removed from your report or paid, make sure you get it like, hey, if I pay this debt, now I want this off my report. And make sure you get this in writing, right? If they don't want to do it in writing, you get it sent to an email or sent to your email. Or if they don't want to do that, hey, let's record this call, hey, because they recorded your call. Just have everything in writing, so now nobody's caught off guard, like saying, hey, you said this, I got this in writing, or I got this through a phone call, or whatever the case may be, right? So that's the fastest way to remove a collection from your report.